Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys liked that last video, but today I am here to introduce a new addition to my channel. That's right, I've got something that's going to broaden my range of content that I can make on this channel. I mean, I'm always on the bank fishing a lot, and I mean, if I get to go out with some buddies that's got a boat, I might, be able to bring the boat content until I get my own. But we have now got a brand new, well, used but brand new to me, kayak for this channel. That's right, I ended up actually getting two of them for what a deal that I got, and they wanted to sell them together. But I am going to be able to do so much more on this channel with the kayak, guys. I'll be able to get out and explore more places in the water and just bring you a whole lot more fun content. So I'm going to get the kayak loaded up, get up to the water, and we're going to test it out and see how it's going to do. See if it's going to hold me, for one. For two, we're going to see, how stable it is, and if I catch a fish in it, am I going to flip or whatever. But you guys stay tuned. Alright guys, we're going to push off in the water in this kayak for the first time since we've had it. Hopefully this doesn't go horribly. I don't know how it's going to go, but we'll see, I guess. Alright guys, a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're in the water. We are in the water. That's all that I was trying to get. Just getting in the water. Here's going to be the interesting part, guys. We got a little fluke on here, weightless, a spinning combo. Let's see what we can do. This thing's a little bit shaky, but for the deal I got on them, I mean, you really can't beat it, honestly. You just can't. You can't turn down the deal that I got on these kayaks. I got two of them for the price of under one. Let's see what we can do here, guys. When I work a fluke, I try to, just pop, pop, pause. Reel up slack a little bit. Pop, pop, pause. Sometimes you work it in a pop, 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 pause. Pop, pop. See, it'll come up to the surface. Let it sink back down. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Just give it a few pops. And, I mean, you really can't beat a fluke when it comes to looking like a dying bait fish. The fluke does a great job of representing it. You always want to let it sink a little bit too. I gotta say, first time fishing out of this kayak, it does alright in the pond. I don't know how it would do in something with some current, but in still water, I gotta say, it does pretty good. We just gotta see how it does when we catch a fish. That'll be the interesting part, to see catching a fish. And you know what? I forgot the net. Like any good fisherman, I forgot the net. So we'll see how that goes, guys. I don't know how that's going to, that may come into play. As long as we don't flip this thing, we'll be alright. That's all I'm looking for, is not to flip. As long as we can stay in the boat and out of the water, I'll be satisfied. That's my main thing, stay in the boat, out of the water. Well, in the kayak, I should say. But I mean, technically, a kayak's a boat, if you think about it. It's just a small boat. Guys, get in the comments, let me know. Would you rather a kayak or be on a little small john boat? Which one do you prefer? Kayak or john boat? Let me know in the comments, guys. I bet people think I'm crazy out here talking to myself. Even if there's anybody around, I don't know or not. There's a lot of houses. There's kind of a neighborhood along this little pond that I'm at here. City lake, whatever you want to call it. This is the Pikeville Pond or the Pikeville City Lake. Hambley Lake, Lake Hambley. I've heard it be called 1,000 things. The bypass water, backwater. I call it the Pikeville Pond, guys. If you hear me refer to the Pikeville Pond, it's where we're at today. Pikeville Pond. Guys, it's been pretty cool out, but it's kind of warm compared to what it has been right now. I'm hoping maybe along these banks there might be some bass chasing some of these bait fish. Move on down into uncharted waters here. See, without a kayak or anything, or a boat, and you're not allowed to put gasoline motor boats in this water. Without a boat, I've never been able to actually fish some parts of this water. Just what you see on the banks there, I've been able to reach. That's about all I've ever been able to fish, is what you can get to on the bank up here, and driving down, driving around to the other side. And this stretches along the whole Pikeville bypass area here. That's why some people call it the bypass water or backwater or whatever. It stretches along the whole bypass, so we might be able to fish some uncharted waters and maybe catch some fish we've never seen. I gotta say, I'm just on first thoughts of it. It's just first time fishing in it, just trying it out, seeing how it does. I only got a couple hours before dark. It gets dark about 5 o'clock or something. Just trying it out. I mean, it seems to do pretty good. It's a Pelican. Like I said, these things are about, I mean, they're on the cheaper end. They're like $300 a piece or something. But still, I mean, and it's a sitting kind, but I mean, it's pretty stable. As long as, you know, you keep pretty good balance, it's pretty stable. But always wear your life jacket, guys. I mean, you always want to wear a life jacket. A life preserver should be priority. But if you wear your life jacket, guys, I think it's pretty safe, honestly. I mean, it's pretty stable. From my first, you know, reaction of it, it seems pretty stable. And I'm not the most coordinated of people ever, you know. I've only fished out of a kayak a handful of times. I've only been in the kayak a few times. Oh, we had a bite, guys. See if it comes back for it, or just let it die. Oh, I see him busting over there. I gotta say though, guys, all in all, I'm impressed. I'm gonna try to fish it a little bit on the top right there. Work it back on top of the water, see if something can get it. They're busting on top, why not? I gotta gotta say though, first impression, I think I like this kayak. And guys, if there's any subscribers that would like to come out and go fishing with me, or would like to have me come out and you all would want to take me fishing somewhere, I mean, anybody, just hit me up, man. I'm always down to go fishing. I'm always down to meet new fishing buddies too. Just holler at me anytime. It don't matter who you are, where you're from. If we can get to each other, we will go fishing. I'm all about being friendly with my fellow outdoorsmen. Man, woman, doesn't matter. If you want to go fishing, we'll go fishing. I don't discriminate. Not at all do I discriminate. If you would want to go fishing, just get in touch with me. Message me on Instagram. However you want to do it. Email me. Doesn't matter. Just get up with me and we'll go fishing anywhere, guys. And I hope you guys understand, when I say guys, I'm not just referring to guys. I say guys as in everyone. I'm Southern. That's just how I speak. When I say guys, I'm not just necessarily referring to a male. That's anybody and everybody. When I say guys, I'm just talking in general. Like, it's just my Southern slang coming out, so you'll have to forgive me for that, guys. See, right there, I said guys there. But that's just my slang. Fix this little tree over here, son. That's the hard part, staying put. I don't want to disturb the water around that tree too much. The shade's nice, guys, for sure. Alright, let's see what we can do right here. Hopefully we catch a fish here, guys. I'm hoping so. Really am. I'm hoping to catch one for y'all. And guys, if you like this channel, stay tuned, because I'm going to probably upgrade these kayaks a little bit. I'm probably going to modify it and put some rod holders on there and whatnot. Make them a little bit more user friendly. What we're going to do, guys, we're going to switch it up just a little bit. We are going to throw the Slim Shake worm on the Texas rig. This is actually the first time using this reel right here and this rod. Actually was an early Christmas present, you could say. That is a Lew's reactor speed spool. Got the wing grips on the handles, the silver accents on the tension knob, and green accents on the handles. It's a 7:5 to 1 ratio. It's a nice reel. It's a nice rod. This is a Abu Garcia Vengeance rod. It is a 7.6 heavy. It's good for Texas rigs and stuff like that. Anything, you know, jigs, Texas rigs, flipping, anything where you want a nice strong hook set, you want a little bit bigger rod. I already kind of messed with it a little bit and adjusted the settings on it. I might have to line it out a little bit more, but seems to be doing pretty good so far. The old Slim Shake worm, you can't beat it, guys, on a Texas rig. Googan baits are 100% the way to go. If I had to pick a favorite bait, it would probably be the Googan baits, for sure. But I don't think there's, honestly, in my opinion, I don't think there's any better soft plastic on the market than a Googan bait. I mean, and I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. They're not paying me to say that or anything, but Googan baits are nice. They are 100% nice. They catch fish too, guys. They really do. People try to say they don't work, they're not worth the hype, this and that. You look at any YouTuber, you look at Lojo or Yak Pack or any of those guys. I mean, any of the Googan squad themselves. I mean, John B, all those guys, they catch fish, guys. They're using Googan baits. They're catching fish. I mean, they design baits. They're fishermen that design baits for fishermen. You know what I mean? They're designed by fishermen for fishermen. I mean, I don't think it gets any better than that, guys. Who are you going to trust more? Some big corporate brand that's just out to make money? Or some guys that want to make some baits that are going to catch some fish? That's the way I look at it. Googan baits are the way to go, if you ask me. But, I mean, don't sit here and listen, like, take my word. I mean, use what bait you want to use, you know what I mean? Everybody's got their favorite soft plastic. Everybody's got their favorite hard baits, their favorite spinner bait, yada, yada, yada. But, I mean, I'm a big fan of the Googan baits, guys. It's just, ever since they came out, I've been a fan of them. Let's see what we can do around this cover, guys. Oh, we had a bite. Oh, we had another bite. Yeah, that was definitely a bite. Let me back up a little bit off of this cover. Back up off of it a little bit. This sunken tree stump here, whatever it is, sunken log. Back up off of it a little bit and we can fish it a little better. I'm slowly getting the hang of this guy right here. I don't know if a 7.6 rod was the best rod to bring out on a kayak, but we did it. We did it for sure. I don't know if that was that the best choice? Maybe, maybe not. Do we have one out here? Yes, we do. bobber stop on the end of that weight, 3/16 ounce bullet weight, just to keep, you know, let it go through cover a little better. If we weren't fishing cover, I probably wouldn't use that bullet weight, but I mean use that bobber stop, but I gotta say, it's a nice reel, guys. I like all Lew's products. I like Abu Garcia's products too. If you're asking me why is this Lew's reel on an Abu Garcia rod, that's because they didn't have a 7'6" heavy rod available at the time when I got it, except for this one. I wanted a 7'6" heavy. They didn't have any heavy rods. This is the only heavy power rod there was. Everything else was like 7 foot medium heavies, 7 foot mediums, 6'10" mediums, stuff like that. It was only 7'6" heavy. This is the only heavy power at all that they had. And I gotta say, I like it pretty good. Works just as good. I'll tell you a company that makes some good rods, those guys, is HMC Fishing. They're a company out of that I met through Instagram, and I'm telling you guys, they have some great rods. They really do. And I'll leave a link to their Instagram, and I'll also leave a link to their website in the description of this video, and you can go check them out, guys. They got some nice rods. And this gives me another opportunity to tell you about Local Legends Fishing. Local Legends Fishing, guys, is a clothing brand, fishing, hunting apparel brand. They're new to the market, guys, but they got some of the greatest prices around and some of the best designs you'll ever see. I've got some coming my way before too long. I'll have some here to show you guys on this channel. And I'm a part of the Local Legend team. I represent Local Legends. But I'll never tell something that's not true. I mean, if I didn't like them, I wouldn't even represent them, guys. But I will tell you that Local Legend Fishing Company is one of the best apparel companies that I've ever seen on the internet. I mean, they've got shirts, they've got hats, they've got everything, guys, and they got decent prices too. I'll also leave a link to them in this video in the description. And they are working with HMC Fishing right now to build their own rod. So they will be a Local Legends fishing rod, and I'm sure you'll be able to pick between spinning or casting. I'm sure. You'll have to get back to me on that when they come out, guys. I'll let you know about it. But you'll have to go there and follow them on Instagram too and check them out. And they also have Facebook. They're just called Local Legends Fishing. Like I said, I'll leave links to their stuff, guys. Those two companies, they represent us outdoorsmen. They represent people like us, people like me, and I'm sure the people watching this video that love the great outdoors and want some nice gear to wear while they're out there at an affordable price. Well, Local Legends Fishing, HMC rods, it's the way to go, guys. Especially online shopping. If you prefer to shop online, that's the way to go. Sink. That's another thing, guys. If you want some information about a Texas rig, you want to let it sink down to the bottom and then start working it. That's always my plan of action when I work a Texas rig. I always like to let it sink to the bottom, then start working it. Let me get myself situated again here. find out. I do gotta say one thing about this kayak is it does hurt my back 100% with this life jacket on too. But I mean, life jackets are important, guys. Safety first, especially I'm not used to it. Not used to fishing out of one every day or nothing. Safety is always first, guys, no matter what. Safety first. That was a good cast, guys. Good cast. Hop it a little bit on the bottom, drag it some. This time of the year, you just kind of got to work it slow because it's a little bit colder weather. The water's colder, the fish are a little bit more lethargic right now. Other places where it's still a little bit warmer, they are, you know, they're a little bit more active still, searching for food. But here we're getting some cold nights and cold mornings, and that water's getting cold, guys. Alright guys, we're going to wrap this one up. I guess you saw, you know, no fish actually were biting this today, but I mean, I had a fun time. It was a blast, and you know, my overall thoughts about the kayak, just the first time having it out on the water, it was pretty fun, honestly. I mean, it held me good. I didn't flip or anything. You know, it's not the greatest kayak ever. It's not the most comfortable kayak in the world, but honestly, I mean, it was, for what I need to do, it was nice. I mean, it really was. I had a fun time out on it. I didn't get to catch any fish. That kind of, you know, that kind of sucks. But I mean, I had a great time. I really did. And for those of you that are looking into getting your first kayak, I would honestly recommend this kayak. It was a Pelican Spirit 100. I don't know if I ever mentioned the name before, but I mean, for a first time kayak, I mean, it's great. And I mean, yeah, it might not have the greatest storage on it, and you know, it might not be as stable as some of those, you know, really expensive ones, but for, you know, for a first kayak, I mean, it's great. It really is. It's going to allow me to do a lot more things on this channel. So if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to see more videos from this channel, because guys, I promise we got a lot coming to you. So until next time, we'll see you later.